Hello, how's it going, y'all? This is going to be part 2 of the last video I did about the heater. Yeah, it's not really a part 2. You could probably figure it out from the last one, but this one I'm just going to show you the actual changing of the element. Oh, sorry. I forgot that part. You got to take all these, a bunch of screws. All these screws. Well, in my situation, because I put the element here on the bottom because it had more heat exchanger with that element. You know, if you have 4 elements, you know, with yours, you should see my last video. If you got 4 elements here, it doesn't matter which 2 you use. You don't have to do this, but I've modified this heater back a while back, and this is high temperature silicone. I blanked off the other 2, so now I've just got these 2, and one of them has gone out. So anyway, I've taken them 2 screws out. I'm just trying to make the video short as possible. And and then there was a twist tie or Titan thing here in this spot. I cut it off because it was too tight. This one's a little looser, so I should be able to fit it through. Okay, and then down here on this, these don't come off real easily, so I bent this one a little bit that way. You gotta be careful, don't break your circuit board. I bent that one a little bit so I could get my pliers in there. And sometimes there's like a little tab you have to hit with like a little screwdriver or something. Anyway, this one's got a little something that snags it real good, so you gotta be really careful. You get cut anywhere, you get cut. So anyway, I just took my pliers and it was, hold on, let me see if I can find my pliers. Okay, here's the only pliers I could find was these. Anyway, like, put them like that, and then see the metal right here? You just take and kind of pry it with the metal like that and pull it out. I mean, you got to really pull on it to get it out of there, but luckily I've already done it, so it comes off, you know, relatively easy now. But this is the negative side. These are all your neutrals. Anyway, I did scrape that back. I want to focus in. And if you look right in the middle there, that thing wants to kind of be a booger and keep it from coming off. Sometimes there's a little tab that actually keeps it from coming off. And I thought that was what this was. That's why I pulled all the plastic back. But anyway, they don't want to come off real easy. So don't be trying to pull it with your hand or nothing. Like I said, get this, keep your fingers away, and get that like, you know, use it like a pivot and pull it. You know, be real careful with the circuit board though, because you can break that circuit board. Anyway, I'm gonna pull this out. I'm going to turn the video off because it's hard for me to do it with one hand. Okay, basically I've done got, you gotta be real careful here. I just want to dig that piece out, which I don't feel like doing. There we go. See, that end's already broke off, basically. Basically the wire just gets hot. Let's get the wire over here. And this wire here, it just gets hot. And it was hooked there. And just basically, a lot of times there'll be like a short wire on one end and long on the other end. My new element's going to be a different color because I took it out of the, when these were bad, one of them was bad, and I just kept the other one. I just did it that way. It's not a big deal. But let me get the new element. And here's the new element that I have. Well, it's not a new element, but it came out of this heater. It's got the short end on this end. This end's actually red because it used to be the positive side. I really don't think it makes a difference which end. It doesn't make a difference whether that's the positive or that's the positive or negative or whatever. It doesn't make a difference. It's just a piece of wire coiled up. That's all it is. So in my situation, it's a red wire, and it used to be a blue wire. Okay, but that's the short end there. That's the short end. So that's the end I'm going to feed in there, because this end has the spade on it to go into there. So let me get prepared for that. And the part I meant about preparing is you want to make sure your element does not have any fingerprints or any dirt on it. So what I did was I wiped it off. Now I'm fixing to put it down in the hole, which is probably going to be hard to do one-handed. You can kind of see the hole in the wire. So it's the whole, as far as I know, it's sticking through. Let me get to the other side. Okay, here we are on the other side now. You know, and here, if you hadn't seen my other video, this is where I blanked off the other side. You know, that's what that is. This is a sheet metal with some high temperature silicone, and this heater's ran this way for a couple years, so it definitely is not going to mess up anything if you use high temperature silicone. Anyway, so just kind of, hold on, I can't do this. I'm going to have to feed it in there. Okay, I'm going to have to like twist these together. And what I need is a person to help me with the camera while I do this. Anyway, I twist these two together, and well, let me back it up a little bit. This was on it, and it had a piece. You know, basically it just comes off. If you were to squeeze the sides here, this part comes off, and then there would be like a piece of metal that's kind of like crimped on to crimp these two together. And you may have to get something to cut it off with, but don't cut your wire because you want to make sure you keep plenty of length for later. You know, if that's all possible, because you never know, and you might need a little bit of length. But I don't know if the wire nut's good at this point, but I'm going to use a wire nut because that connector's no good anymore to me. I'm just going to have to make sure it don't touch. You know, you don't want it touching this metal here or anything. Probably just leave it on the outside of the wire here, because out here it's plastic. This will be plastic, so it should be fine here. But just don't get it back behind here and have it touching the actual metal. It should be fine. And I'm sorry, this is like bits and pieces. Sometimes it's just hard for me to hold the camera. Then you take, once you get it on there, you want to twist this. You know, twist it real good. Twist it, and make sure that that's a really, really good connection right there. Okay. And then right on the very end of it, I don't know if I can do this on camera, but just cut that little tip off there. Like that. I don't know if you can see it, but anyway, cut it off. And you can even take I got lime. This is called lineman's pliers. These are called lineman's pliers. I love them for everything. Don't leave home without them. Anyway, get you some if you don't have them. Anyway, and then just get back on the end here. You know, twist it real good on the end before you put your wire nut on there. So anyway, I'm gonna do that. And here's the wire nut I used. As long as it's sitting in here about like that, and you put your side on, it should be fine. But this plastic is not really ready for heat, so I'm kind of curious whether this is a good idea or not. So you do that at your own discretion. But you know, this is what was on it, and it's also plastic. So maybe this is a different type of plastic. I don't know. But this is what I'm going to use today. So, you know, like I say, use that at your own discretion. Get to the other side now. Here we are back to the other side of the element. Just put that up in place. Put your cover thing back on. You know, put your screws in. And then down here, it doesn't matter which one of these. Now here, this is different. But if you see the white here, that goes to your power. That's your power wire there. This one is. And it comes in from the wall, and that's going to be your neutral. And then you got your power, which is the black. That's where the hot side is. And it's going to tie somewhere else on this panel down here. I'm not really talking about that. I'm just talking about the neutral side, because this is the neutral side. See the brown? And this brown here, it ties to the relay and stuff down in there. You need some other video if you don't understand about that. But now basically, if your element was to break here, or on this element, whatever, then you would have to disconnect it right there, which may be a lot harder to get to. So just be really careful if you have to take it out in there, because there's a lot of sharp edges. You know, there are sharp edges everywhere. You may have to actually take these screws out and get this panel twisted a little bit to where you can actually get in there to get to that, if you haven't done this a lot. But you just really need to be careful. Maybe you should wear gloves, so you don't get cut. But that brown down in there is really hard to get to. And my other video talked about the high side. You don't have to have the high side hooked up. So you really need to watch the other video if you want to even hear anything about that. But anyway, see the white comes in, that's your neutral. And all these are going to be the same. It don't matter where you hook these up. Now, not here. This is something different. We're not talking about that. We're talking about this. All these are the same terminal, so it doesn't matter whether I hook it up. I could hook it up to that one or that one or that one or any of these. All these are neutral. But like I say, this used to be the hot side. This used to hook to the high. It's the element that I took out here, but I'm going to use it for the neutral. Anyway, I got it all back together and everything. Anyway, not the screws, but get that there. One hand, I had run that through there. The other one I had cut off. There was another one here. You don't need it probably here. You can get you a braid tie or something, tie around it, and then hooked it up. And I straightened out these terminals because I had them kind of bent. Straightened them out. Got that on there. Good to go. Let's test it out. They're working. You can see the red down in there. I can see one of them elements on, but I can't see the other one. But I'm going to test this wiring out on the side, make sure it don't get too hot. I haven't put my sides on yet. Anyway, we got it going. Alright, y'all have a good one. Thanks a lot for watching. I don't know if you might have heard, maybe it was the wind in there. Thanks a lot for watching, y'all. Y'all have a good day.